Welcome to the first episode of the Nick and Vivi podcast. We're really excited to be doing this, and we have lots of things to share, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of conversations, and most of the conversations at the very end of them were like, man, this should have been a podcast episode. It's almost 20 minutes long. It's perfect. It's always about something like finances or hobbies.
So yeah, we talk about a lot of things, and we wanted to just create a space to share those things we talk about, right?
Yeah.
So wanted to start it off with an icebreaker.
Wait, you got to introduce yourself.
Oh, my bad. I'm Vivi.
I'm Nick.
And we want to start off every episode with an icebreaker, which you're not too fond of because
I hate icebreakers. I think they're pointless. I don't see if you're going to a talk or going to a class or you're going to a meeting or whatever, you know why you're going there. Okay. You don't have to know everybody in the audience or anything like that. Okay. When people are coming to see our channel, yes, this is the first episode, but they kind of already know what they're getting into. Why do we need an icebreaker?
I mean, okay, I see you and I may not need one, but seriously though, like any tensions or anything like from the day, we like break the ice and get into like recording mode. And I would say I feel like icebreakers are not your typical thing to do when you meet people. Like you can actually talk about something other than, oh, what's your name? What do you do?
Or the weather.
Like it's so.
How's the weather?
Or the weather.
Sunny. It's terrible.
Oh, it's so hot outside. No, it's like you actually have meaningful things and it's not so awkward because you've rehearsed what you're going to say and you're going to repeat it over and over and over.
Okay. So you're in the icebreaker camp. By all means, what's the icebreaker today?
So, 2 words to describe how you're feeling today.
Nervous and nervous.
Okay.
Yep, doubling up on the nervous.
Want to share why?
First episode, hands are kind of clammy. It's the first time jitters, I think. So
Okay.
What are yours? What are 2 words?
For me, excited and determined.
Determined.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Where are we determined?
I'm determined that this is going to be the one that gets posted.
Oh, I see.
We've done a little couple like trials and to see what works, what doesn't, like with mics, setting up like
This will be
cameras.
run number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We just had to like figure out the lighting and like all of that stuff. So I'm determined that this is the one.
I'm hopeful that this is the one.
So let's share a little bit about who we are. So
And why we decided to start making a podcast. Like, why did we?
and why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into that now, actually.
Sure.
Why did we start? Why did we want to do this? And as you heard earlier, I mean, we talk about a lot of things. And we typically have these epiphanies in the car when we're driving. So
Usually on trips.
yeah.
Not just running errands. Usually it's on trips.
So let's watch and see how we decided to actually.
Oh, yeah, because we decided to make one on the last trip we had. And we were like, we should film this. And we totally did. So enjoy.
Hello. So we are on our way to the beach to visit Grandma. And as we've been traveling, we've been trying to figure out what to do with our spare time, if that's even a thing.
We don't have any spare time.
And I think for us, the most valuable conversations happen when we're driving.
Trips.
We're going on trips. That's very important to know. And so we decided to start this new thing of just kind of sharing with people all the things we rant about, which is a lot. But also just have genuine conversations about couples and all of the things that are
Hobbies?
Hobbies. The many hobbies that Nick has.
Yeah.
Which
Businesses, side hustles,
all of the above.
money, the fact that we have no kids and we still don't understand how people who have kids do it. I don't know. We still don't know.
Which we love you all who do that
Yeah.
and appreciate you for taking
Mad
that.
respect, 100%. We have a dog, and it's like, who's gonna take care of the dog? It's not that big a deal. It's hard, but it's nowhere near.
So this is how this all started. So hopefully you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, stay tuned.
So now you know why we decided to do this, and here we are.
Here we are.
So I'm Vivi, like I said, short for Vivian, and it's a name that friends and family call me back at home in Guatemala, where I'm from, and so it's endearment, and wanted to just use that nickname that I don't typically use a lot when I introduce myself, but this is something different, and I wanted to share that. And my age range.
Oh. Your age range.
Yes, I'm filling out an application or something. I am in my early 30s. What about you?
Oh, my age range? My age range is mid 30s. I'm Nick. I'm from here. But why age range?
Because I'm not ready to share with people how old I am.
Okay, the range is only like 10 digits, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You said mid, so we're going to come in like
I
this.
said early.
Oh,
You said
apologies.
mid.
I'm mid. Okay. Early. So that would be under 35, but over 30, right? Like right up in, they get pretty close.
Okay.
Okay.
So people have an idea.
All right. Well, you check the box.
Okay.
Okay.
I checked the box. So heritage. I've shared, I'm from Guatemala, have lived in the States though for 21 years. This is home. And the majority of my background is in the public sector, nonprofits, as well as grad student. And I recently became an entrepreneur.
Why does it sound like a question?
Because I'm still in the learning phase. So it's a reality that I think I'm still trying to like grapple with. I am an entrepreneur.
Thank you.
There
Much
you go.
better. Yeah, because if you're not an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. And nothing against business owners, but like you guys are up here. You know everything. But entrepreneurs, I think, are learning, right? And so if I started a business tomorrow, 100% entrepreneur. But I like that. You go to school for entrepreneurship. You don't go to school. Well, you do go to school for business management.
You go to
Okay,
school
terrible-
for a lot of things,
It's a
actually.
terrible example. I like entrepreneur better. I think so.
All right.
But would you consider yourself like a startup?
I think so. But I feel like startups are actually more like typically like in the development of what they want to do.
More theory versus.
I think so.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know. But also like a startup in an actual product. I think it's like, I don't know. If you know either or, let us know, because that's one of the topics we don't really talk about a
I
lot.
mean, we could totally do a search, I guess, and find the definition, but that's how I feel. So
We could. What about you? What's your background?
I have a day job in clinical research.
I do too.
Yeah, you do have a day job. That's true. But you already said you're in the nonprofit sector. So, and I have a side hustle. I just started getting into art and that type of stuff. Etsy link in the comments.
Yeah.
And so that would make me an entrepreneur too, I guess, technically. But you want to make yours like a full-time job.
Eventually. I
Yeah.
mean, I think so.
I think mine's going to stay like a side thing, and then that's okay. But we both have hobbies.
Or lack thereof.
Yes, I have way more hobbies, I think, that I dabble in. Jack of all trades, master of none of them. But what are yours?
So I actually used to have a hard time. Like, that's one of those icebreaker questions. Like, what are your hobbies? To the point where I was like, I honestly have no idea what my hobbies are. So I'm a busybody and I had to write them down. So I now have a list on my phone that I carry with me, and I actually update whenever I'm asked the question to see if it's still true. So, according to my list, I enjoy my hobbies are reading, running, coloring. This color by numbers is actually, or the paint by numbers is actually very soothing and calming.
They say coloring is a thing now. Like I've seen adult coloring books.
They've been out for a while,
That's
especially
true.
during the pandemic. They all came out like a
Oh yeah,
lot. People needed something to do.
in adult coloring books went through the roof.
Yeah. Scrapbooking, which I don't do a lot of.
I don't think I've ever seen you scrapbook.
Yeah.
Ever.
I don't know. It's a hobby, which means you do it when you have extra time.
That's true. Which you have not a whole lot of.
Very minimum of that.
'Cause
Yeah.
you're a grad student too.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that.
No, I did mention it.
Did you? Oh.
I did. And I really enjoy like travel or event planning. I always volunteer myself for that. And then the last one, which I think we both thoroughly enjoyed and I continue to enjoy doing, is woodworking.
Woodworking.
Yeah.
We did that together.
We did, yeah.
Instead of the wine and painting, we decided to go woodworking.
It's actually a really cool thing. So check out your community colleges. We ended up paying like $95 per person, and we took how long was it?
It was like 3 months.
Like a 3-month course.
Was it once a week or twice a week? Once a week.
I think it was once a week.
Once a week.
In the evening, so it like worked with our schedules, and we learned so much. And I ended up buying some tools that I really like.
Oh yeah.
Like
pocket screws.
Pocket screws. Those are amazing.
It's like magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means that they actually don't show, so you can have them hidden.
Wasn't you made a store like our final project? Like it's a class, but like well, it was a class. But we're getting grading on it. Thank God. But my stool super wobbly. Your stool perfect.
It's pretty.
And
good.
I had to get the instructor to fix mine. No.
So you gave it to him, and I don't think he could, and then I ended up fixing it for you. Yeah.
Of course. The instructor couldn't help my terribly wobbly stool, but you figured it out. It's not wobbly anymore.
It's not. Yeah. But yeah, that was something we enjoyed, and then we went on to do like other home projects based on the skills we learned. Like we repaired the stairs.
Okay, and again,
outside.
Because she's such a A+ student, the stairs are perfect. Like all you had to do is just the same size, right? But mine came out just a little bit off. Yours were absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could do other things that I'm not terribly great at. So it worked out.
True.
It was a good team effort.
True.
And these are deck stairs, not indoor stairs.
Yep. No.
I don't know that I'd trust myself to do
you could. I think you could.
Maybe. But so those are hobbies. What about yours? I shared a lot of mine.
A typical nerd. I play video games. I build computers. I do all things networking. I getting into art a little bit here and there. I mean that's mainly it.
No gaming? You didn't mention that.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Gaming, yes.
Okay. Any specific?
Just one game. I've been playing this game for a decade. Okay.
Forever.
It's Dota. If you don't know what it is, it's like League of Legends, way better. It has sucked up a lot of my time. And yeah.
You were late to one of our recording sessions because you were playing it.
When you start a game, you're like, it's going to take X amount of time. And it doesn't matter what game you are. It's going to take X amount of time. But sometimes it goes long. Okay? And it's not like you could just pause, quit. It's a multiplayer game. And if you quit in Dota, they like penalize you. So you best believe I'm going to finish it up. So it's not my fault. My teammates, I had to carry them so hard, so.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, also the new patch didn't help. So
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Still trying to figure out what's where, what you could do and all those things. That's a topic for another podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have lots of different hobbies. So one thing that's also like a part of our life that we want to share is how this relationship works, how our friendship, our partnership, like all of the little things that make this marriage work, this relationship work, which we've learned so much because we've been married for how long?
Decades. Not really decades.
No.
Feels like decades, and not in the bad way. Okay, it's a good way. I stand by it. But 7 years we've been married.
7 years,
Mhm.
yeah.
Known each other 9.
9 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's almost a decade
Almost
altogether.
1 decade.
Yeah, and so, we've there's been challenges, there's been lots of different things, but I would say that we're a pretty good team.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have. So we want to share those things that we've learned, as well as, some key things in any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's this thing that we want to do for every episode. At the end of every episode, we want to challenge one another.
So we want to make it a part of the end, like the end of every podcast. We challenge each other for the next month to do something. Well, not challenge each other. More like we come into an agreement on a challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this month, what did we decide for this month?
So we decided to increase our physical activity for this month.
And more exercise or just more movement in general?
More movement. Like, what are you doing? So for me personally, now that I'm in my early 30s, it's a thing. So just if you're not physically active, just know that it's going to be something that it will create new aches, new pains. I've discovered that like my knees are doing things, parts of my body, but my doctor actually suggested that I increase my physical activity, and so that I don't have those pains. And so I really want to do that.
What is your goal?
So I think an attainable goal for me with all of the things that I do is 30 minutes, 2 days a week, 30 minutes each is something that I can do.
And you're super busy. Grad student, entrepreneur, day job. I get it.
Yeah,
100%.
don't remind me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What about you? What's an attainable goal for you?
I want to do, I'll do 3 30 minutes. I have more time. 3 30 minutes. And I hadn't told you about this one. I want to run. I'm going to figure out. I don't run at all. I hate it. I hate every bit of, but I'm jealous of runners. So half a mile a week.
Okay.
I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you're going from 0 to a half mile. It's a big deal. Going from a half mile to a mile, maybe not as big a deal. But going from nothing to something. So, well, how can I support you or help hold you accountable to the goals?
By the way, I think, no matter how long it takes you, or it doesn't matter, right? As long as you accomplish your goal that you're setting for yourself. And if you need to reevaluate too, you can do that. So I think the way you could support me is by making sure that you have access to my calendar, like our shared calendar. We have a shared calendar because, again, so many things happening.
That's a whole nother episode. If you're not doing it now and you're in a relationship, 100% support it.
Yeah, it works pretty well. And so I'm going to schedule time during the week, and if I'm lounging around and not doing anything during that time, just remind me, like, hey, remember you said you were in it to accomplish this, so I'm just reminding you. And I think that would be helpful. So what about you? How can I support you?
Carry me back when I run my little half mile. Again, I said I'm going from 0 to a half mile. I don't care what you do. If you got to put me in a red wagon, drag me back, or whatever you got to do, that's the support I need. I can do the 3 sessions, I think.
Not physically support you. I mean, if you need that, I'll be happy to.
That's what I need. I'm asking for your support
Okay.
on this.
All right.
Granted,
What about the other 3 days though?
I got that. Just carry me back. Well, actually, 3 sessions, and I don't really do a whole lot. Yeah, we got stairs in the house. Oh, I did 1 session the other day. I just did 1 with the VR. VR exercise, absolutely amazing. 100% recommend.
We'll get into that.
I can barely walk.
Is that why you're leaning?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to get chairs in here or something.
I mean, if we get enough subscribers and likes, we might be able to get some
Help
nice
fund us
chairs.
chairs, please.
High chairs.
Yes.
No, but okay, I can do that. I'll throw you in the back of the truck.
Oh, perfect.
Back
Sounds
seat
good.
somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So that's our first episode, who we are, some of the things we'll be talking about, which we heard throughout, and there's a lot more too. But we hope that you'll join us at our next episode and see where we are with our challenge, if we actually achieved it, and also just kind of tune in to see what's next. So like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.